about to see what they can do up here. Just a quick rundown of the format of this tournament, by the way. So, because the White Iversons are coming from the winner's bracket, they are going to have a 1-point lead in this best-of-5 set. They will have that 1-point lead, and instead of a set reset, if the Stormmakers get 3 games, they only have to win 3 games, and that'll win the tournament. On the opposite side, the White Iversons only have to win 2 games in order to take the tournament, so that is their advantage for coming out of the winner's bracket, and we'll see how things goes. Looks like so far we've got pretty standard defense here. Oh, actually, this is very interesting. Okay, so we've got Orisa and a Torb on defense. This is a very interesting comp coming out here from the Stormmakers. See how the White Iversons deal with it here. Nice leap dart coming through from the Ana, but gets woken up pretty easily here. Just poking, looking to build some ult charge. That is a very out of position Orisa, and she goes down instantly. White Iverson's taking an early lead here in this fight. Yeah, they should just be able to snowball off this pretty easily. That was a very strange positioning there by the Orisa. Interesting to see. Should be a fairly quick point capture as long as they don't screw it up too much. And all right, interesting. We got gonna be watching the back of some player cams here. Fun times, fun times. Looks like the White Iversons are in fact taking the point though, and looks like yeah, Stormmakers are gonna give it up here and reset their defense. See what they do. I would definitely like to see some changes coming up from the defense. See if they stick with the Orisa Torb. That not so sure about that one. Very interesting decision coming out of them on that, but we'll see how it goes. Looks like they are going to stick with the Orisa. Gonna position themselves in the far right corner here. Got a couple people up top. Looks like White Iversons are pushing pretty much everybody up top. Pop the sights. See what this gets done. But, of course, the Diva Matrix, you know, is right there to counter, as is expected these days. Genji Blade does get some value, but does get taken down. Still should be fairly good number of kills coming through here from White Iverson, so they should be able to at least get a tick or 2 off the back of this. They are blowing through a lot of their early ult advantage, though, so we'll see how it goes for them now. And see if Stormmakers are able to stabilize, maybe stall out a little bit and stabilize. They still have been contesting this entire push, so despite having so many kills on the board, White Iversons have not managed to take a single tick of the point yet. They have a ton of bodies on the board, but still nothing as far as point progress goes. And all that stall coming out from Stormmakers here has really given White Iverson some trouble. So yeah, it looks like they are just going to go ahead and back out, reset. Still getting some kills here and there, but yeah, they just lost too many people at this point. So fair play, fair play. Going to go ahead and reset on that. And nice work from Lokini there on the Zen. Good stuff. And that was actually kind of a disastrous push for White Iversons, despite their early point take. They've got plenty of time left over, of course. But with the early ult advantage, they were really hoping to, you know, blow through the defenses there, but sadly didn't work out quite that way. And now Stormmakers here actually with the ult advantage, including that very devastating Blizzard from May. So we'll see if they hold on to that and throw it down once everybody gets on the point, or if they just want to, you know, use it to initiate here early on. Looking like okay, so, and now White Iversons actually have built up quite a bit of an ult advantage. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and pop some of those, pop in the Transcendence to take care of the Dragon Blade, of course. And there's a nice pick off by Stormmakers. That might help shut down this push right here. And they are engaging really hard over here on the side. See if they want to toss this Blizzard down. Oh, the Mei gets taken down. Still has the Blizzard available though, so you know that's something that White Iversons will need to be aware of if they try to push in off the back of this. Winston there taking quite a bit of damage, building his support ultimates. Got a Reaper going on a very long flank over there. And they do pop the sound barrier, so let's see what they get done off the back of this. No defense matrix here this time, but just positioning. Everybody repositioning off the back of that. Throws down the Blizzard. Oh, it doesn't come out. She gets killed before the Blizzard comes out, and that might give White Iversons the opportunity here. And yeah, it looks like they are going ahead and cleaning everything up here. Should be able to. At the very there comes the Transcendence. Okay, they did get one tick. They did get one tick there at 45%. See how it goes from here. White Stormmakers are coming in to stall here. Use the Blizzard. Still getting a lot of damage out. This is filled with fireworks, this fight here. Oh my goodness. Winston coming up with the quadruple kill here. Doji go. And that's going to take it. Nice, use of all of their ultimates at the end there. Just using pretty much everything one by one, not, using everything all at once. Making sure to save something just to take care of any stragglers, or be able to very easily and quickly wipe out the people that are trying to come in and stall. So they're gonna have a nice time bank here left of 248, and we'll see what kind of offense Stormmakers can mount. Assuming here that White Iversons don't go for some crazy defense comp like the Orisa Torb. It'll be interesting to see if this Widow pick pays off by Stormmakers. You guys might actually think, they're gonna swap off the Widow. It's no big deal. But I have actually seen this Widow in action, and during losers finals against Eggplant Emojis. Yeah, this Widow did some work. So be on the lookout here. This actually could work out for them. Could be looking to get some early pickoffs, and maybe even stick to it for the whole map. I'm not sure. If they feel confident in it, they might actually do it. So yeah, once again, the White Iversons are going to have that 1-point advantage going into the this grand final set. It is going to be a best of 5, but because they have that 1-point advantage, all they need to do to win the tournament, because they're coming out of the winners bracket, is going to be to take take those 2 games, and that will be the tournament for them. On the other hand, of course, the Stormmakers are going to have to take 3 games in order to win the tournament, but there will be no set reset. No matter what, this set will decide everything. This one best of 5 will decide this entire tournament. So stay tuned, guys. Here we go. Got 10 seconds left. And looks like, yeah, this is a much more standard defense coming out from White Iversons. Okay, yeah. So we got pretty standard dive here coming out from White Iversons on the defense, and fairly standard attack. Obviously, Soldier, the common meta pick, being replaced with the Widowmaker here, but like I said, the Widow can do some work, and I've seen it do some work earlier in this tournament. We have seen that happen. So here we go. Let's see. Coming through the gate. Nice sleep dart there by Ana. Good stuff. Easily taking care of the wins. And now they're going to counter dive here. Should be able to clean up off the back of this very, very easily. Hey, what's going on?
Alan.
Briefing. Hello. Got a friend joining here on commentary. So
hey guys.
Hey, here we go. So yeah. Basically, just to fill you in, I don't know if you were watching, but White Iversons took the first round pretty handily. Just got a nice time bank left, and we're here seeing if Stormmakers can get through the first choke here.
Stormmakers have a really strong Widow.
Yeah, for sure. She hasn't been able to get quite as much done here as they did during their Lijiang and Ilios games in losers finals, but looking for some pickoffs here, seeing if they can get anything done. Hang back. And there, the infra sights coming through, and the nano boost. They're investing quite a lot into this fight, and gets cut down. Very unfortunate. Yeah, they invested at least 3 ultimates in that fight and just did not get anything.
Wow.
Now, Stormmakers coming through here. Shut down the Soldier during his sights, no problem there, and they are going to go ahead and take the first point. 6 minutes left on the clock, plenty of time to push in. They actually, if they snowball off the back of this, they do have a couple of ultimates. White Iversons don't have anything. They do have a Winston ult to stall out, but apart from that, they are kind of lacking here in the ultimate department. So if Stormmakers can go ahead and snowball off the back of this, they might be able to put themselves at a very nice advantage in the time bank. Yeah, absolutely. Especially, you know, nice positioning off the high ground. Lots of places she can grapple to if she gets dived. And it looks like they are going to go ahead and go in and gets the pick off right away. Great stuff here. Gets 3 kills right off the bat. This could be the opening they need. Stalling out a little bit here with the Winston ult, obviously. Yeah, and it's the best you can do, of course. You know, I think. Oh my goodness, they haven't gotten the first tick yet. Yeah, they really need to get the first tick here, no matter what. At the very least. Okay, there we go. And looks like they are going to be go ahead. Yeah, they're going to be able to clean everything up here. It looks like. Fair amount of stall coming out here. Yep, there's a Zen ult. Yep, and a Deadeye. Oh, but he doesn't get a chance to pop it. Oh no! That could have bought them so much space. Yep. And really amazing stall coming out here, despite the fact that, you know, Stormmakers are getting so many kills left and right. Still, they have not been able to complete this point. McCree just gets pummeled into the wall. And a really, really nice job there by Stormmakers, going ahead and taking that first 2 points there. Captured in an even faster time than White Iverson's. Really, really nice rally there. After that initial defense, I was slightly concerned. I gotta say, I was slightly concerned. They had an Orisa and Torb coming out on their defense. It was really weird.
Well, 3 ults off the bat right there.
Yeah. And so, you know, good to see some life coming out of them from the offense. I don't think they're going to go with the same defense this time. Yeah, it looks like they are switching it up quite a bit here. Yeah. This is a much more standard defense coming out of Stormmakers here. No Orisa Torb to be found. I think the shenanigans. I think they realize the shenanigans just aren't going to work against a team like White Iverson's. So.
They were destroying our team with the Widow.
Looks like we had one disconnect here, so just, you know, giving it a second, coming back in. Yeah, all the fun stuff happening in the chat. And here we go. Once again, pretty standard dive offense coming out here from White Iverson's. They do go ahead and jump right in. Yep, right away, getting nice quick kills. Yeah, and this is the right way to deal with the Widow. This is something I would have liked to see in losers finals, but you know. Yeah, they just never did it during losers finals. But this is the right way to deal with a Widow. Still, though, really nice job. The supports of Stormmakers coming through with the clutch there. Looks like they are still going to get taken out, unfortunately. But that was some really nice play by their supports. Looks like they are going to go ahead and clean this up. Oh no, they got a nice stagger there on the D.Va as well. That's really unfortunate. They might be able to push it off the back of this and get very, very quick cap. Seems like they missed slightly on the D.Va ult there. Unfortunate. Didn't get anything off the back of it. But this Dragon Blade, though, coming in. Yep. Everybody using everything. And now Dragon Blade in response, but he can't get quite anywhere near as much work done with this one. Yeah, it just has no space to run around with that one. Yep, they've got 2 already. They're looking for that third. They want the 4 points. They want to, honestly. Okay, yeah, they're probably not going to be able to take this without a minute left to go. But yeah, they might actually be able to close this out and still have some time left on the board, which would be very, very unfortunate for Stormmakers. Looks like they are pulling it back though, and they are going to be able to hold this. So more than likely in this final push, it's going to be going into overtime, and we'll see if they can get that last tick.
Oh, they got a main now.
Yes, indeed. And they did this last time as well. Yeah, Stormmakers did this on their last defense as well. When things got rough, they switch over to the Mei, just to help stall out just that little extra bit longer. But they are switching back to the Widow. Seems to be a little more comfortable on it. Very interesting decision to ult there in that hallway corner. Not sure if I agree with that one. Might have been a fat finger. Oh, but the Diva self-destruct gets a Lucio, and that could be huge. They have an opening right here. They have a huge opening, and oh my god, they are absolutely making the most of this. Take out everybody. That's an easy team kill. And oh my goodness, they actually took it with time left on the bank. Holy crap, 0.9 seconds, but that is not overtime. That means even if Stormmakers actually gets both points, White Iversons will have another chance to push this. That's incredible. So after that incredible offensive by the White Iversons, we'll have to see what Stormmakers can get done here, because that was absolutely insane, managing to take both points in 2 minutes and 48 seconds on the time bank. Obviously, Stormmakers have a much bigger time bank available to them, so that might work in their favor. But if they can't get both points, or if they can get both points but they end up in overtime, the best they'll be able to do is draw it. So they have now the pressure is really on Stormmakers to do again what they did on their last offensive push and really take this soundly. Because not only do they have to take both points, they have to take them with time left on the board, ideally with more time left on the board than White Iversons. And we see the Widow here again. Gets some nice damage on the Zenyatta, but he just goes ahead and stays behind the wall there, stays behind some cover, no problem there. White Iverson's going to go ahead and take this first fight. Very, very quick dive there coming in. They saw that Stormmakers was bunching up in the house there, and they just went in, dove on them. They knew the Widow wasn't around there. They knew they were lacking some DPS when they were inside that house, so they just went ahead, dove in on them, and got the kills. That was a very quick first fight there by White Iversons. Oh, misses the shot. Very unfortunate there by the Widow. Looks like they are putting some pressure on White Iversons though now. And yeah, they should be able to take it off the back of this. Got a lot of kills coming through here now. Looks like Armadillo fighting back for White Iversons, but I think if they don't get on this point quickly, they're gonna that's going to close it out. Nice work there. That's the pressure of Widow. That's the pressure she can exert just from staying so far away. You're fighting the people on the point. You don't notice. Oh, goodness. Even if she's not landing headshots, oh, goodness, I'm just taking 120 instant damage. And then, the people on the point can easily wipe you up. Mickey Mouse here, though, out of the mech. Unfortunate there. Interesting decision, go after the Winston here with the Dragon Blade. Not the easiest thing to cut through a Winston that's getting healed by Ana. But maybe just keep them occupied. They are getting the kills here, and it is buying space again for that Widow, just getting pickoffs left and right. Oh my goodness, what a nice headshot on the Hana, and that's one of the easiest things for Widow as well. Oh my goodness, 3 minutes 49 seconds. They took both points in under a minute. Under a minute, guys. Oh my god, what an offense. As said it earlier, they have to take both points, and they have to take them with more time left than White Iversons. And wow, just incredible offense coming out here from Stormmakers, able to take both points in under a minute. They will have more than enough time for another offensive round, and now pressure being exerted on White Iversons. Massive pressure coming out here. Alrighty, here we go. White Iversons looking to take another 2 points if possible. They have a minute left. It is possible for them to do this, but it's going to be extremely difficult cutting through the defense of Stormmakers. Now, we have seen both times that White Iversons have pushed in on the offense, they have been able to take at least the very first point quite easily. So we'll see, you know, if the Stormmakers can prevent them from doing that this time and have a much easier time of winning the map afterwards. But and yeah, it looks like they are holding a lot better here this time, and they are going to be able to take this first fight. They have lost a couple of key members, but depending on how this goes, they should be able to come back fairly quickly. It was a Winston, you know, he can jump back much easier. Oh no, that's a huge pickoff though. AFKgg headshotting the Genji. That could have been an opening, but thankfully Stormmakers do have the Mei to help stall out just a little bit longer, maybe buying time for that Genji to come back. If she can build that Blizzard, that would be a huge help in contesting the point here. We are in overtime, so even if White Iversons take it here, they will only have 30 seconds left, even if they take it. But we don't even know if they're going to be able to do that, because Alex, going in with a Dragon Blade, gets 2 kills right off the bat, followed up by a third, fourth, and a fifth by their tanks. Oh my goodness, and that should be a nice hold fight by Stormmakers. They didn't even let White Iversons get a single tick on the point. That means all they will have to do now, they have over 3 minutes left for just to take 1 tick of the first point of Hanamura. If they can get 1 tick, they will take this map and tie the series up 1-1. Let's see what they can do. Alright, so now, based on the nature of how easily Stormmakers seem to hold that first point, White Iversons are going to be put in the extremely rough position of probably having to have at least 1 person on the point at all times, make sure, you know, they can't get snuck up on by Stormmakers, and that is going to make positioning a lot easier for Stormmakers because of it. So we'll see how it goes. They are bringing out the Torb here instead of a D.Va. Oh no, they do have a D.Va. Okay, so they're bringing out the Torb here on the defense. See if it helps. See if it's a hindrance. You know, Zerocious bringing back the Widow again. Looking for some nice pickoffs here. Both teams playing very patiently here. Genji does find the Widow. Nothing doing though. Nobody takes a bite. Almost gets the Torb. Would have been a huge pickoff there. Unfortunately, not able to find it. So D.Va might be slightly out of position here. Just more poke coming through. And Stormmakers here seem to be very hesitant in going through the choke. It looks like they might be waiting to build up some ultimates, maybe some support ultimates before going in. We'll see if that helps them or hinders them. Torb, oh my goodness. Doing so much damage inside that little space. Looks like we might have a Dragon Blade coming up here in a second. Torb turret actually taking out the Widow from long range. Very, very unfortunate there for Stormmakers. And yeah, just, you know, it's interesting seeing how afraid they seem to be in pushing in. The last two offenses where they had, you know, relatively little, you know, difficulty just pushing in and taking that first point pretty easily both times. They seem to be much more hesitant here for some reason. Maybe they just don't want to blow their chances, but I think, you know, at this point, you just have to go for it. Looks like they are, you know, Armadillo is going to pull out that Dragon Blade, though. Cut down the Widow. Oh, goodness, no, but she gets sped out, and he doesn't get the value he was looking for. Now he's out of position. Oh, he does get back, though. Interesting, also, Stormmakers now bringing in the Orisa. Stormmakers really desperately looking for a pick. They only have 1:25 now left on the clock out of their over 3 minutes they had initially. And Zerocious just unfortunately not landing any of his shots. Very, very unfortunate to see here. In the final stretches of this game at Hanamura, could they actually get held here? Very, very interesting. And Zerocious gets headshotted by his own bullet. The Genji deflect coming through. That could be the chance that Wyatt Iverson's needed. Looks like Stormmakers are getting some pickoffs here, though. Now they're finally making some progress. They are getting pickoffs. They have been able to get on the point. That Torb is not going to be able to come back very easily. They are going to have to wait for that. Finally get the D.Va out of the mech. That's a unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Barely survives that explosion. Recalls right out of it. And despite all those pickoffs that Stormmakers got earlier, oh my goodness. Armadillo just going off with this Dragon Blade. That could be the game changer. That could have just thrown the game entirely. That could have saved it for Wyatt Iverson's. And Armadillo just completely going off at the last moment. Is that going to be it? They're going to hold this. Holy crap. They've actually held a first point 1 tick hold by Wyatt Iverson. Oh my goodness. Stormmakers had all the time in the world to take just 1 tick, and they just played so much more defensive than their previous pushes. In the first 2 times they attacked, they had, you know, they just went in. No problem. They were able to take that first point without much difficulty. But here in this last push, maybe they just, you know, maybe the pressure got to them. I'm not sure what happened, but wow, just not being able to take 1 point, 1 tick of 1 point. Very, very interesting. And we'll see how that affects their mentality going forward. But that is going to put Wyatt Iverson's at a 2-0 lead here in this grand final set. Remember, because they started with that 1-0, you know, lead coming in from winner's bracket, they are only going to have to win 1 more map in order to take this grand finals and win the tournament. That's very, very unfortunate now for Stormmakers, who looked like they had a fighting chance. Looked like they actually had a great chance to tie the series up and, you know, bring it to a 1-all game. But man, Wyatt Iverson's just coming in with the clutch at the very, very end. Great hold. Okay.
So it's still 1-0. It's an admin's pick, King of the Hill map, so control map. So admin's pick, best of 3. We'll decide the draw for that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so because it seems both teams were at a 4-0. Oh, right, yeah. So it was a draw. My bad. Sorry about that, guys. Because we had a draw on Hanamura here, it will be an admin's pick best of 1 on a control point map, or best of 3 on a control point map. And it looks like we are going to what map?
It's admin's pick. He hasn't decided yet, but it's probably going to be Ilios.
Okay, yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be Ilios. And yeah, so that will be the drawbreaker. If White Iversons takes this control point map, then they will be able to go up with that 2-0 lead. Otherwise, if Stormmakers are able to, come back, come through with the clutch, and force out, a win here on the control map, they will be able to tie the series up 1-1.
Never mind. Looks like it's Oasis.
Okay, looks like we're going to Oasis. Very interesting. All right, here we go. Again, apologies, guys. Of course, I should have realized it was a draw. Totally my bad about that. But yeah, looks like we're. Hey, all we get is more awesome Overwatch to watch. So here we go. All right, so while we're waiting for both teams to set up for the next match, or sorry, for the tiebreaker here, let's just go ahead and take a quick recap of what's been going on here. So White Iversons coming in from the winners bracket with a 1-0 lead. First map, we had Hanamura. Both teams did a fantastic job of attacking. White Iversons taking the first 2 points, no problem, had a 2-minute and some change left over on the time bank. Then Stormmakers coming in with even more ferocity, being able to take both points very soundly. Had over a 4 minutes left on the time bank when they finished. White Iversons on their second attack, able to take it with, I believe, 0.9 seconds left. And Stormmakers, obviously, with a much larger time bank, able to take their second 2 points, get to a 4-all game, and they had a 3-minute and 40-something seconds left in their time bank. It was under a 1-minute offense on Hanamura of all maps. Absolutely insane from both teams. Great offenses, and then in their last offense, both teams just seemed to shut down. Obviously White Iversons only had a minute left on their clock, so just weren't able to do as much with it. Weren't able to get that early lead, early first point like they were in their previous 2 offenses. But still managed to hold for 3 minutes and 40-something seconds without giving up a single tick, causing a draw. And now we are here on Oasis. White Iversons, Stormmakers. Here we go. Let's have a look at the team lineups coming up here. Looks like Stormmakers will be going with pretty standard dive here. Oh, they are mixing in the Sombra, it seems. Okay, very, very interesting. So it looks like they will be going with the Sombra, Winston, D.Va, Lucio. Sombra, of course, very, very interesting, very, very useful for hacking those large health packs, getting that early EMP. Looks like that's the strategy that Stormmakers will be going for here. And White Iversons matching them beat for beat. Got a D.Va instead of the Widowmaker. Very interesting comp coming out here from Stormmakers. Got a okay, switching off the Widow, going to the 2 tanks. A little more standard here. Understandable. And looks like the White Iversons are going to be able to take early control of that bottom health pack. That bottom health pack obviously very, very integral to the fights here on Oasis, because anytime you get hurt on the point, all you need to do is jump down in the hole in the middle, get fully healed up, and give your Sombra some extra ult charge. Very, very easy, very, very useful there. But looks like Stormmakers able to take advantage of the positioning and are able to get the first cap here. Sombra out here, still poking, trying to build up our ultimate very, very quickly. Of course, if Zerocious does manage to get that ultimate, it'll be very, very easy to retake this point. Looks like Hakame actually does have his ultimate. Oh, looks okay. So sorry about that, guys. So looks like the teams up at the top are actually switched. White Iversons here. Yeah, White Iversons are actually on the left side. Hakame and Armadillo are definitely part of White Iversons, not Stormmakers. Okay, so yeah. So White Iversons are actually the ones who have managed to take the first early lead here. And yeah, Stormmakers coming in. Gets 2 off the Dragon Blade. Alex. See if they can snowball off the back of this. EMP coming out from Stormmakers here. Not able to get too much follow-up off the back of it. Yeah, Stormmakers going to be able to go ahead and flip this point. Have a, you know, still stalling it out a little bit. They might be able to get, actually, if they keep stalling out like this, there we go. Okay, finally gets the clean up. But a nice little stall coming out from White Iversons there. Able to get the cap up to 62%. Means they'll only have to win about 2 fights in order to fully take this. But look at the ult bank here from Stormmakers. 4 ultimates up. About to have Pharah ultimate as well. This could be one flashy push. Oh my goodness! And Mickey Mouse with the Diva ult. The tanks here coming through for Stormmakers, doing so much work, giving. And now Pharah just has all the space in the world to play around. Does get hacked a little bit, so that will stop her from flying around as easily. But still, definitely a good hold there by Stormmakers. However, now look at this. Look at this from White Iverson. 6 ultimates up and ready to go. If they have to be able to use this and push off the back of it. They have to be able to take this. And a nice mid-air Helix rocket from the soldier coming out. Good job, Rolo. Those early pickoffs are going to be a key part of helping them flip this point over. About even percentage. 59 on by Stormmakers, and 6, you know, White Iversons now taking up their percentage here, getting the cleanups, very, very nice. And now Stormmakers have to take this back as quickly as possible. Try to get up to 99 themselves, because yeah, if they cannot afford to lose a single point here. Remember, this is a best of 3, not a best of 5. For at least this map, and even losing a single point here on this map is going to be very, very devastating for Stormmakers, who essentially have to win this in order to tie the series up 1-1. Looks like they are doing just that. Their tanks once again coming through in the clutch for them. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we have flipped over the teams. Stormmakers. Hold on. Oh, hang on a second, guys. Let me actually tell them.
Hey guys, your team names is flopped. Okay. Stormmakers are on the right. Because after when you switch the map, it. Okay, so yeah. What? Stormmakers are on the right. White Iversons are on the left. At least right now. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, so yes, going back into this, we've got Stormmakers actually have been able to go ahead and take this back. They are taking their percentage up. They do get EMP'd, and Armadillo gets the kill off of it. Now they're able to snowball. That Sombra ult could have been what they needed. Stormmakers, though, coming back through, trying to stall this out as much as possible, not wanting to give it up, but have their tanks on the point. They are going to go ahead and invest everything they have into this. White Iverson's absolutely, and yeah, White Iverson's just absolutely crushing everything. But the res coming through, 3 people picked up by that res. That's huge, and they are going to be able to continue this fight. Trying to chase down the Mercy, can't get everything. But unfortunately, it looks like that cleanup is just gonna be too much for Stormmakers to come back through. Even with the res, not quite able to bring it out, but a good fight coming out here. 99-99. And, you know, the Stormmakers showed that they had some signs of life there, for sure. Now coming into the second round here, Stormmakers now absolutely desperate. They have to take this point. Otherwise, White Iversons go up in a 2-0 lead in this grand final set where they only need to win 3 total games, and they're coming in with a 1-0 lead coming in from winners finals. Armadillo there, getting a nice first pick off on the Mercy. Very, very impressive there by the Genji. Pharmacy, not easy for a Genji to get up to, but, you know, Armadillo making good use of Genji's dash there, getting in on the Mercy and getting in on the Pharah. What is this? Genji anti-air? What's going on over here? This is crazy. White Iverson's absolutely taking control right now. Going nuts on the point. They're going to have a very early advantage going into this second point. Looks like that early pickoff is going to cause Lokini swap off the Mercy, go to the Zenyatta, seems to be a little more comfortable on it, just does not want to get hunted down by the Genji again without having some options on his own. Rolo there, being able to pick off the McCree, very, very nice job. That's going to delay their push for just another couple of 10-15 seconds. Armadillo poking in and out, going very, very deep. And they are going to trade out some tanks. Both sides just trading in and out, poking as much as they can, but nobody seems to be committing just yet. AFK Lucio, what was that? Yeah, and it looks like the White Iversons are going to be holding off the back of this. So now they have actually built up such a nice ult advantage that they're probably going to be able to take even this next fight. Stormmakers have to do as much as possible, try to bait out as many ults as possible, and then try and come in off the very last fight possible. See if they can flip it here, but it's looking rough for Stormmakers right now. They do go ahead and pop Dragon Blade. See if they are able to get 1 kill off the back of it. Not too much value, but... Oh, the deflect coming through. Armadillo coming up clutch, coming up huge for his team there. 4K by Armadillo, and that's just going to cause an instant reset. Nice, nice work by the Genji there. Great Genji play. This is Stormmakers' last shot though, and yeah, they're in desperation mode. They have to do something, but White Iverson's just not giving them any space whatsoever. They are getting a couple kills here, but it's really just going to be cleanup at this point, honestly. Sound barrier does come in though. See if yeah, they're just getting burned down, and now White Iverson's just making sure, blowing every ult they have, just making sure they can't get anything else, nothing else coming through, and yeah, that's going to do it. Nice job by White Iversons, looking much better in the second point there on Oasis. Not even letting Stormmakers get a single percentage point on the point. Very, very nice job. And that's going to put them in a 2-0 lead in this grand final set. Great job. And this, of course, look at that. Dragon Blade gone and still able to get 3 kills after the Dragon Blade. And a nice shot on the Lucio as he was trying to suicide and reset with his team. Just great Genji play all around. Armadillo has just been a joy to watch this all tournament long. Great stuff. All right, so now Wyatt Iverson's up with the 2-0 lead. Let's see what's going on over here. See what the map pick is going to be for the second map. All right, sorry about the quick delay there, guys. Right back into it. All right, so looks like we are going to Lijiang Tower for the second map here. 2-0 lead for White Iversons here, and if they take this map, again, they win the tournament if they take this map. There is no second set. There's no second set. Even if Stormmakers comes all the way back, there will be no second set. They only have to win 3 games in order to take the tournament, whereas White Iversons, they only have to win this one more map, and they'll be able to take it. And White Iversons here doing a great job. It looks like they really want this. Only giving them 9%. Only giving Stormmakers 9% before taking the point back themselves. Very clean, very quick work coming out here from White Iversons. And we'll see how they can do. Stormmakers, once again, committing hard to this Widow. We'll see if she can get something done here. Sombra, nice hack coming in on the D.Va. Great job. That's gonna open things up. No more defense matrix available for Stormmakers, and that's just gonna open things up really nicely. They are fighting back though. Looks like they're trading kills fairly easily. And nice work there, getting Armadillo. That's gonna open things up so well. And yeah, they're just gonna clean up off the back of this. Not able to get the baby D.Va quite yet. See that? Okay, yeah. There she goes. Have the Dragon Blade ready. Don't want to pop it just yet. And nice shot there by Zerocious. Doing a great job on the Widowmaker. Nice to see her coming alive here. White Iversons are able to get a nice 53% here, but they will have to win probably at least 3 more fights in order to fully take this. And Stormmakers here with 5 ultimates, about to have a full 6. See what they can do to hold here. Gonna go ahead and use the sights first, just to get some positioning awareness. See how White Iversons are going to be positioning here. And looks like White Iversons, yeah, they're just going to wait it out. No need to give it any value, you know. Coming in with the EMP. That's a huge EMP. Gets so many people with that. And yeah, they're just going to clean up off the back of this. So nice. Really well timed by White Iversons there. Just going to go ahead and take the point. Nice cleanup. They are, yeah. Stormmakers did stall it out just a little bit using the Winston ult, but great job actually by Stormmakers, not only using the Winston ult, stalling out a little bit, but then not using anything else. That was very important. They didn't use anything else. That means they now have a massive ultimate advantage going into this next fight, compared to just about to have 2 ultimates here for White Iversons. But yeah, they should be able to very easily take this now. And looks like they're just doing just that. Gets only 1 kill off the Dragon Blade, but yeah, it's definitely going to be enough here. And a nice boop, double boop by Skelly there. Great job. Stormmaker supports have, you know, there have been so many times I've seen them on the kill feed. Either Skelly just getting tons and tons of boops all over the place, or Lokini, whether it's with, you know, Ana or Zen, just, you know, getting a whole lot of value, especially off of Zen. I've seen him in the kill feed plenty of times. Rolo there, nice job getting rid of the Winston. They're going to go ahead and pop the EMP. Doesn't look like it got too many people, though. And Rolo going to go ahead and pop the attack visor. Armadillo also popping the Dragon Blade, and yeah, they're going to take it off the back of this. And really, this has just been a nice story. A nice stagger on the D.Va. Good decision making there. Trying to get as much time on the clock as possible. And yeah, Stormmaker's going to have to push in without their D.Va now. Super Thief coming off the back of this. They weren't ready. They weren't aware that he was even there. They thought they had him all camped out at the spawn. And that's gonna allow them to come in on overtime. D.Va Bomb coming through, gets a kill. Oh my goodness, they could have opened this up just now. That could be everything. That could allow them to flip this. Here we go. Just gotta get the cleanup on the Lucio. And yeah, they're gonna go ahead and flip this point over. White Iversons will be able to come in on the back of this and be able to contest one last time, but it's gonna have to be a very rushed push. And look here, Dragon Blade, the only thing available. And that's just nice pickoffs there. Great job by the Widow, getting everything, and Alex just cleaning up the rest very cleanly. Nice work there. And Stormmakers absolutely needed that point. This has to start their comeback right now. They cannot let White Iversons get a single point. Ideally a single point. But at the very least, they have to win this map, and they have to clean sweep the board for the entire rest of the tournament if they want to have a chance of winning the tournament here. So good start by Stormmakers, but they have a long way to climb. It looks like teams are going to be fairly stable here, not making too many switches. Understandable, you know, really just about execution here. And a lot of that last point really came down to the ultimate usage. So we'll see if White Iversons can manage their ultimates just a little bit better this time around. Let's see how it goes. Dive coming in, very early dive coming in here. Gets booped off, gets punished for it. And that, oh man. They do get the return kill on the Winston, but oh, and Zerocious actually get a nice pick on Armadale here. That might open things up for them. And Skelly again, 3. Oh my goodness, 2 boops. I should have said 2. Counted the Diva mech there as 1, but wow, Skelly just coming in huge. Look at that. Again, I have to say it again. The supports for Stormwakers have just been coming through in the clutch every single time. I've seen them so many times in the kill feed, getting the boops, getting the Zenyatta kills, getting, you know, Discord orbs. It's been a really great day for the supports of Stormmakers. And Widow here, nice positioning by the Widow here, gets a very early kill, enables them to get a very early kill on the Winston. That's going to easily shut down this push. A nice headshot on Armadillo as well, and yeah, that's going to buy them another, you know, 10-15 seconds here. Build some nice percentage up, and that's the advantage of having that Widow around. You know, just being able to get some nice burst damage, and then, you know, even if she doesn't get the headshot, Genji very easily able to follow up on that, on stuff like that. Winston easily able to follow up on stuff like that. So working out for them. Alex does cut through the Tracer, doesn't get too much else, but yeah, look at that again, Skelly. Look, just. He's a monster with these boots. It's crazy. And I don't think White Iversons have even managed to get on a point yet. It's crazy. This is such a different story from the last point. Armadillo looking for something. Does manage to dash over to the health pack. Almost got burst down right off the bat there. Thankfully, does manage to get out. Diva Bomb coming in now. Doesn't manage to find anything, but Slurpy Thief here. Slurpy Thief managed to get a bunch of kills off of the back of that. Yeah, that's gonna enable Stormmakers to very easily clean up. I don't know if I agree with that Winston popping the Primal Rage there. You know, you could have saved that, and yeah, that's a big stagger. That's probably gonna allow Stormmakers to just I think in that situation you just have to accept. You just have to accept that you're going to die, and maybe pop Primal Rage on the way back, being able to get one more extra jump out of it, you know, being able to come back that much faster. I don't know if I agree with the Winston ult there to try and stall it out a little bit longer. You just weren't going to live when 6 people of the other team are on the point there. Unfortunate decision. But hey, you know, it happens. You're under pressure. It's the last couple moments. You see, you know, they're over 90%. Your team's dying all around you. You wanna try and save it somehow. So it's understandable, but I don't know. I think it would have been better served just holding on to that and then using it to try and come back a little bit faster. Anyway, still no major changes in the lineups here. Oh, Armadillo, although actually does make a change, going over to the Widowmaker, and Zerocious though just getting the first pick off every single time. This Widow really coming alive here, like we saw this in losers finals as well. Zerocious, just a very good Widow, does get taken out there by Crank Lankin, and yeah, this White Iversons may be able to use that, go in, get the point early. Widow from across the map, trying to get a cheeky shot there. But now Armadillo coming alive. Widow on Widow battle here, but the Genji helps out. And yeah, White Iverson's gonna take the early lead here. They are down 2-0 on this map, you know, but they are up 2-0 in the set. So even if they drop this map, it's not too bad for them. But ideally, they would just like to close it out here, right now. Zerocious not quite landing that shot there, but he'll have plenty of other opportunities. Sight's now about to come up for Armadillo. See if he wants to use it right away. He does. It's a lot of knowledge for White Iversons as far as positioning goes. They're able to know exactly where the enemy team is. One of the weaker ultimates in the game, obviously, but you know, still has its uses, especially in positions like this. And Zeroshi is just getting, you know, mauled to death by the Winston there. Zapped all over the place. Armadillo receiving the same treatment. Widow's just not having a good day. And yeah, it looks like Stormmakers, they do invest the sound barrier. I feel like they didn't really need to do that. The fight was kind of already won, but you know, go ahead, I suppose. That will make it that much easier for White Iversons to go ahead and, you know, retake. But they're coming in here. Actually, they're coming in here for the stall, and they're actually doing a really good job of it. They managed to buy a good 20-30% off the back of this. And yeah, Stormmakers are gonna eventually flip it over, but man, they've already, you know, White Iversons have already managed to put up 74% on the board here, and they really are only gonna need to take maybe 1.5 more fights at most to take this point. So great stall coming out there. They did feed Stormmakers quite a bit of ult charge, so you know they are probably going to have to take one junk push here just to bait some of those ultimates out. But yeah, Alex goes ahead and cuts down the Zenyatta. Brutal up against the wall. Just, you know, go ahead and flag the video. Go ahead and flag that video. Too much brutality. Zerocious getting the better in the of Armadillo in the Widowmaker battle and land some nice shots. That's gonna go ahead and force White Iversons back a little bit. See what they want to do coming back in here. They are gonna. Oh my goodness! And that's a great headshot on the Zenyatta. Gonna go ahead and pick him off, and with one healer down, yeah, it gets another on the Genji. Yeah, really nice job here by Zerocious on the Widow. Getting some nice pickoffs and delaying yet another push by White Iversons. They're going to have to wait around just a little bit longer to go in. And because of that, Stormmakers are going to have the percentage advantage here going into this next fight. Ultimates coming through from pretty much everybody here. Everyone's actually investing quite a bit here. Super Thief getting the first pick off. Or Slurpy Thief getting pick off after pick off. Zerocious takes a dive off the edge, says, I don't want to fight you, Genji. I'm out of here. Peace. And despite that kind of extended rumble there, Stormmakers have been holding on to this really well. They've gotten it up to 99. They are in overtime. All they really need to do at this point is just clean off the point. Get White Iversons off the point, and they will be able to take it. White Iversons, though, not having any of that and going ahead, have 4 people on the point, getting ready to take it here. Are they actually going to be able to pull this back? Someone's still contesting over there, but not sure who. Okay, looks like it's a Winston. Yeah. Tanks coming in here on the clutch for Stormmakers, being able to stall out that extra bit longer, just not giving White Iversons any ult charge. And that pulse bomb gets so many people in the middle there. Goes ahead and takes out the Diva, takes out the mech, and yeah, White Iversons are going to clean up off the back of this. Very nicely done. They needed that. They have to take this point if they want to end everything here. So Ana, she's going to go ahead and reset, and really White Iversons only really have to hold this for one more fight if they want to start mounting their comeback on the map here. They do have quite a bit of ultimates coming up, and Stormmakers gonna have Ana ult, gonna have Winston ult here in a bit, but you know, we'll see. EMP coming in. Doesn't look like it found too many people here. Gonna go ahead and pop the tack visor. And Armadillo popping the tack visor. Doesn't really matter if he's on the Genji or if he's on the Soldier. He's gonna get work done. You know he's gonna get work done. He's been a great player to watch all day long. Crankin' also making a statement for himself here, saying, you know, hey, Armadillo's not the only DPS on this team. I can do some stuff as well. Check this out. And yeah, they're gonna clean this up. Looks like. Oh my goodness, no, but Zerocious with the triple kill! Oh my goodness, what a pulse bomb! Kills himself off the back of it, but that's gonna allow Stormmakers to come in on the back of that and come in and just take the point back. What is this? What's going on? This is insane. Rolo still trying to stall it out himself. They're all gonna flip it though, and that's gonna be, oh my goodness, no, but they get the contest, they get the overtime. Taking back up again. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Both teams just frantically trying to stay on the point, and get everybody else off. This is the scramble here is so real. Looks like White Iversons are going to go ahead and take most of the fight here. And yeah, this should allow them to clean up. Unless, yeah, there's no more miracles happening now. This is just too much. This is just too much. But someone is still contesting. What is this? What is this game? Okay, there we go, and yeah, okay. Overtime is gonna tick down this time. No crazy Tracer plays, no insanity, no more insanity at least. Oh, heart palpitations, guys. I can't even speak clearly anymore. What is going on? That was insane. Zerocious almost pulling it back from the clutches of White Iversons with that triple kill pulse bomb, killing himself, sacrificing himself in the middle of it, but almost giving his team a chance to come back and take it off the back of that. Wow, just wow. Absolutely insane plays coming out here from both teams. White Iverson somehow not crumbling after that triple kill pulse bomb, coming back in, reinforcing, and managing to wipe. Absolutely crazy. Looks like we are going to go back here to Control Tower. Now, if you recall, Stormmakers did manage to take this, but it was a very close round, the first point here. So, see if White Iversons can go off the back of this and take that back. They do have the Sombra hack on the large health pack over on the side. Am I able to help them? Oh no, but Armadillo runs out. Runs out of wall climb there, unable to take it, and Skelly coming up with a boop here. Skelly, look at that again. I have to highlight this again. Skelly, 3 kills. That's a triple K. That's a triple kill for Skelly in that one fight alone. The supports again. The supports for Stormmakers have just been on point all day long. It's insane. I don't know if I've ever seen a more aggressive Lucio than this. This is crazy. Look at Hakume though, coming in here with the Sombra, pops the EMP, does get a couple of people, not too many though. See if they have any follow-up off the back of this. Zerocious gets Hakume with the Widow off the back of that, and yeah, it looks like they are going to be able to hold it here. Seems like the EMP was maybe a little bit early, a little bit preemptive. But Hakume is going to go ahead and switch off the Sombra to the Zenyatta, so maybe that was the reason. Maybe they just knew. All right, we're gonna try this, see if it works. If it works, great. If not, all right, fine. I'm gonna switch off anyway. So understandable there, but you know that is gonna allow Stormmakers to build some nice ult percentage, or sorry, point percentage as well as our ultimate percentage. And yeah, Stormmakers coming up here now with quite a bit of ultimates. Gonna go ahead and pop. Pop the nano boost on the Winston. He's going to go ahead and pop the Primal Rage as well. Alex shutting down the Genji. You're doing what McCree's supposed to do. We don't really see much of McCree these days, but, you know, this anti-flank stuff is really what he's great at. And Alex showing exactly why there. However, now we see why Iversons have been building up this ult economy here, and they almost have 5 ultimates ready to go. They go ahead and pop the Diva. Zerocious here trying to pull this back. Oh no, but gets booped off. Fire saying, hey, Skelly, look at me over here. I can do some of that too. And yeah, they're going to be able to take this. And they didn't even use their ultimates. They didn't use a single ultimate to win that entire fight. And now they're going to have 5.5 ultimates ready to go as they start their defense. Looks like Stormmakers just, you know, poking out a little bit, trying to see where White Iversons are positioned. Coming through the middle here, getting ready to engage. Crank and Lankin on the Soldier up top, trying to find some targets, but doesn't really have anything to shoot at just yet. But now, oh my goodness, McCree comes up from behind, flashbang, right click. That's a dead soldier. Looking for a dead eye, doesn't find anything. No heads lined up. Tries to get a flashbang, doesn't quite work out, but yeah, they're actually off the back of you know, going up and taking out the soldier up top there. They're probably going to be able to flip this point back up. Coming in with the Transcendence though, White Iverson's trying to defend this. They know they can't give up a single more percentage point here. They know they can't let the point flip over, so they're going to go ahead and invest everything they have into this, using all 6 ultimates. Getting really only 1 kill. Okay, there's 2 coming through. There's some kills coming through now, but they used everything they had to try and, you know, stall that out, try and win that fight. And now Stormbreakers, they're gonna have a nice ult advantage coming into this next fight here. They don't have a whole lot of time left. They only really have this one good fight that they can use, but they have about to have 4 ultimates here. And Zerocious with the great pickoff again. How many entry frags is this Widow gonna get? Guys, you can't poke down a Widow like this. And goodness, they almost flipped the point over. I thought that point had actually flipped over, but somehow still able to contest it. They are going to go ahead and flip it over. That's at 99. And crucially, White Iversons did not manage to get it all the way to overtime. Zerocious coming up with the kills again. Crank and Lankin up top, trying to put down as much damage as possible, but he's gonna have to jump down here in a second if they don't get some kills. D.Va coming up here, blocking the soldier, and yeah, just trading kills back and forth on the point. But that's good for Stormmakers right now because they're trying to, you know, stall this out. Gonna go ahead and pop the tack visor. That could be able to help them out. Goes ahead and gets the kill, and that should be able to. Oh my goodness, this Widow's crazy. Yeah. Gets a triple kill off the back of that. White Iversons are able to finally flip it back over and get up to overtime, and they don't get back in time. So despite the Widowmaker heroics, the triple kill, coming up top, Soldier, high ground, good positioning, tack visor, cleans it up for White Iversons, and they are able to take another point and bring this to a 2-2 game. Now Stormmakers are in a desperate position. If they don't take this point, White Iversons is going to take this set and the series and the tournament 3-0.
What do you think? Do you think White Iverson can take this back?
I mean, look at how they managed to clean up that last point. They were down on this map 2-0. Stormmakers had a 2-0 lead. And White Iversons are about to make a full-on run back. If they can do this, and you know, they would easily cement themselves as the best team here today, by far, no questions asked.
Nice. All right,
Lokini,
we got Winston down. Here we go. We got Widow trying to take a shot now. Okay, he's trying to take a shot in the Genji. We got Genji going on, trying to take on D.Va. D.Va's getting shot. She's out of their mech. All right, what is Genji gonna do? There you go. He's deflecting.
Managed to get out with 5 health. Oh my goodness! Gets the health pack. Gets all the way back up. But wow, yeah, just absolutely crazy dodging and just, you know, great evasion there by Crank and Lankin. Great job.
What do you think about Winston? Do you think Winston has become better within the game now that we have new tanks coming in?
Oh, there's no question about it, man. I mean, you know, Winston, you know, in this, at least this season, has just been a monster all the way around. You know, with dive being such a meta thing right now, Winston just being able to pop down that barrier, being able to pop it down also much more frequently than he used to be able to. You know, just
yes,
yeah,
I totally agree.
Yeah, it's it's right now it's a Winston Diva meta, and we're just all living in it.
Yes,
you know?
it is. Yep.
And I know some people don't like that, but you know, do you remember there was a point at which Winston was just never played.
Was never played.
Yeah,
totally
you
agree.
maybe saw him on some control maps, and you know, if some team wanted to try and run a dive comp, but pretty much everybody played Reinhardt. So you know, I think right now it's let's have the
coming from a Reinhardt main and transitioning to Winston main. I definitely see that Winston has become a meta in just like the overall game in general.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, man. But yeah, it looks like you know, White Iverson's here on a rampage actually right now. All the way already up to 75% on the point here. Looking to close this out. They don't want to let Stormmakers even get one game in this grand finals. They want to take this tournament 3-0. They are about to make this reverse sweep on reverse sweep on Lijiang Tower happen. They were down 2-0 on Lijiang. And they're like, no, we're not even going to lose one map. No. We're just going to take this right here, right now.
Right here, right now.
Why would we even let you have one map? Stormmakers, though, not having any of that. Slurpy Thief coming in with the Winston, gets the double kill, brings the point back for them, and, you know, Stormmakers are able to flip the point over, but White Iversons have 96%.
Yes.
So close. They only have to really win one fight cleanly, and they'll be able to take this grand finals 3-0. So now Stormmakers on the defense, on the back foot, you know, have a slight ult deficit. Not too bad though, and they do have the Winston ult.
How many ults do we got here? We
got one Winston ult on the Stormmaker side, which is actually kind of good for them right now because they'll be able to use that to stall out a little bit. But White Iversons, they have Tracer, they got Pulse Bomb, they got Dragon Blade, which are about to pop right now.
Nice,
oh my goodness, but he's not able to find anything. Oh, but the deflect's coming in. Okay. Yeah, he did manage to get one kill off the back of it, but that's not something you want to see out of Genji ult. You want to see a nice 2, 3, 4K off of Genji ult, and they just weren't quite able to get that. So they are going to come in with Attack Visor. They blow Attack Visor, they blow Tracer ult, they blow all of their ults and didn't. Yeah, they blew everything and didn't quite get it. And now Alex coming in showing how a Dragon Blade is supposed to be used. Gets that double K very, very easily, nice and clean. And yeah, Stormmakers are going to be able to hold this. Now, however, no more ultimates for the side of Stormmakers. They are about to have a support ultimate up in Skelly. So, you know, okay, yeah, so they are going to have Sound Barrier for this fight. Yeah, they'll have a slight advantage here, but, you know, they basically can't make any missteps here, or they will lose the point, lose the tournament, and lose everything here.
And what do you think about the heals? Do you think Mercy has been clutching games, or do you think Lucio has been a pinnacle point in the whole meta?
I mean, so the thing with Mercy is like at this level, at the pro level, and obviously, you know, we're not quite talking pros here, but like the Mercy just doesn't have quite enough options and can't quite do enough on like by herself on the defensive foot if she's dived and stuff like that. She doesn't get quite as much value. She can be useful on maps where Pharah's useful, but and obviously, you know, the reses are obviously super clutch anytime they come in. But it just depends, you know, and I think a lot of times you don't really see as much of her. A lot of times you still see. I think Ana is still the greatest, you know, solo healer. If you're gonna be if you're looking for people who are like skilled healers and skilled at the support role, then you want to be looking for those Ana players. You want to be looking for those Lucio players, the Zen players. Those are the guys you want to be looking at. But Alex here getting the double kills, gets that Dragon Blade. Crankalangan answering back, gets a couple kills of his own, gets the Diva out of the mech, but Winston ult here, yeah, just gonna go ahead and pound him against the wall.
He's gonna really take it here.
Gonna go ahead and pound him against the wall. Armadillo coming up with a double kill, looking for a third, looking for the Zen, doesn't quite, has to recall out. Oh, the trade on the Zen, but they, you know, that's actually good for White Iversons right now because they're gonna pop the Tac Visor and they're gonna take everything here. Yeah, that's just going to be a nice cleanup for them. See if anybody on the side of Stormmakers can get back here in time to contest. Looks like they are going to be able to get back through with the D.Va coming in over the top, but then she's going to get taken out of a mech immediately, not able to get anything, and that's going to be a nice cleanup. That should be everything. Oh, but the Winston manages to get through the window. See if anything comes out of here. Does get hacked right away. Skelly gets a boot, but I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be able to come back in at this point. Yeah, I think that's over. I think White Iverson's going to go ahead and clean this all up. Going to go ahead and take the tournament with a reverse sweep on Lijiang Tower, taking the tournament 3-0, making a statement here. White Iversons are your grand finals Overwatch tournament winner here at the AFKgg Lounge.
Wow, they took it, huh? What would you say was the pinnacle role player in the team?
Dude, I have to give a massive shout out to Armadillo, man. On his Genji, on his Tracer, on his Soldier, just everything, you know.
He got the speed.
He just had everything. He made the big plays. Obviously, Rolo here, also getting the 4K. Just really great contributions by everybody there. We saw some great Sombra play coming out of Hakume. Yep.
46 sound barriers.
Yeah, man.
Really pinnacle.
It's crazy, dude. These support. Look at out of the 4 people on the cards page, 3 of them supports. Because the Stormmaker supports were doing a great job all day long, getting kills, supporting their team, being there with the ultimates when they needed to be, you know. And same deal for White Iversons, you know, just like great support play all around. Armadillo, you know, coming through with the clutch on the Genji, coming through with the clutch on the Tracer. Nice. We saw the incredible triple kill on the side. On the. Not by Armadillo, but yeah, we saw the incredible triple kill coming in with a pulse bomb, and White Iverson was still able to come back and, you know, reinforce off of that despite that. And so yeah, just great play, great Overwatch coming out here. Thank you guys for tuning in to AFKgg. You know, please support the stream, follow everybody here, follow the stream. These guys do monthly Overwatch tournaments, bi-weekly Smash tournaments.
Monthly, huh?
Yeah,
do they only do it in the computer, or is it PS4 as well? Because, you know, there's a lot of gamers that, you know, want to compete, and they're like Xbox, you know, they're console, but, you know, they're kind of debating, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, so Overwatch particularly is, I believe, are mostly PC tournaments. But, you know, if for those PS4 and Xbox One players, I mean, you know, AFKgg Lounge has every console in the book available here. So, you know, if you guys play games on PS4 and Xbox, absolutely come on by to AFKgg Lounge. These guys have been great. They have so much, you know, so many games, so many consoles available here that you can rent, that you can play. They host tournaments here all the time for console games, for PC games, for everything, man. Great place to be.
And it's at 163 West Santa Clara Street, San Jose, California, 95113. Come check it out.
Absolutely, guys. You got to come check this place out. You know, they got a nice little bar and restaurant upstairs. They got a beautiful basement down here with lots of PCs and games and everything set up here. It's absolutely lovely. So you guys got to come check it out, man.
I'm sorry. What's your host name? What's the host name out here?
Nah. So my name's Preethan. My tag is actually Master PPV. You guys can follow me over at twitch.tv/MasterPPV, Twitter MasterPPV, Instagram MasterPPV. What's yours, man?
My name is Chris. I am a PS4 player. My name is Original Seeker. If you guys can find me, I'm like one of the best Torb defensive mains. And Orisa, I like to say.
All right, yeah, we saw a little bit of Orisa actually come out on the first map here. Yeah, we saw a little bit of Orisa action, even on PC, man. They're pulling her out.
Underutilized, you know, and I don't think a lot of players still know how to use her, you know. And
well, hey, man, you join one of the Overwatch tournaments, you know, in next month, and show us how it's done, you know.
I just don't know how.
Show us how it's done. All right, guys, that'll be all for us. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Please follow the stream. Please support the stream, and hope you come back. Enjoy.
Man, that was awesome, man. You have that voice, dude. Where did you go?
What do you think? They were gonna wait for you.
Oh, they were talking?
Dude, they were gonna wait for you. I was like, dude, they're just right there. I told them where they're at.
Wow, man, that was, man, I came a long time. I want to watch the tournament.